Okay, Steve, good afternoon, sir. This is Jesse Russell. I am a certified roof inspector and a project manager with Columbine Roofing. As you can see, we are at 1619, your home address here in Longmont, Colorado. Bluefield Ave, I believe. Today's the 24th of March, 2018. I'm going to do a quick roof inspection video. Bear with me while I make my way up here onto the roof. So, the very first thing I'd like to detail to you through the use of this video is the sand-like buildup throughout the span of the gutter. As you can see, it's fairly consistent. This is known as granule loss. It's really just the first indicator that gives testament to the fact that you've had wear and tear on the roof, and then ultimately to the age of the roof itself. Next thing I'd like to detail to you is your lack of drip edge flashing. Drip edge flashing by building code in this jurisdiction is a 2 by 2 inch L-shaped flange of metal that would go 2 inches down over the face of the gutter or over the fascia, depending on where you are on the home, and then 2 inches up below the shingle. What this does is simply encapsulate the edge of the home and protect you against wind-driven rain, ice damming, and ultimately water migration at the eaves and the rakes of the home. When these homes were built, it was not building code to have that flashing. Since that time, it has become building code in this jurisdiction, and so that is something that upon an insurance replacement, they would be responsible for purchasing you that amount of flashing. Making my way up here onto the main slope of the home. I'll point out here as well, no drip edge flashing on your rake edge. Just definitely something to be aware of. Okay. So, the very first thing an adjuster is going to look for to verify that there had been hail or wind in the area is what's known as collateral damage. Unfortunately, you have some very heavier gauged metal on the roof up here, and so there is very little collateral damage to speak of, although you do have some removal of paint and scraping on your fixtures as well as on the turtle vents, and these things do give testament to the fact that there's been some hail. The very first thing an adjuster is going to look for once he verifies there's been hail is known as spalding. Spalding is where hail strikes the shingle and removes the granule to expose the fiberglass undermatting. This bald spot you see here is exactly what that looks like. There's a couple of them. The way that the insurance actually classifies this damage is within a 10 by 10 square foot area, anywhere on the roof. If they can locate between 6 and 10 of these marks, you gain an eligibility for a full replacement at their expense. Now, I've done corresponding spot checks on each of the adjacent slopes, and the results were very similar. Now, the majority of our storms in Colorado come from the southwest. As a result, the southern and western facing slopes generally catch the brunt of the damage. That is definitely the way that the damage has played out on your roof. This alone gives testament to the fact that this damage was done by hail. So, in my professional opinion, I'd say you definitely have more than enough damage here to gain the qualification. The only hang-up I can see possibly taking place with insurance is that there is also a large amount of other deterioration. It may have started with hail and spread. It may be a manufactured defect. But if you'll notice, a lot of these shingles have very, very little granule, maybe if any at all. A lot of them less than 50% of the original granule. So there is a lot of wear and tear up here. Even if you don't proceed with insurance, it's a good thing at this point for you to know what your options are. The lifespan of this roof is basically finished, for lack of a better term. I will go ahead and point out to you some more of the scarring and spalding that I have located. The only other things that I think you should really be made aware of here, you have a ton of exposed nail heads. In fact, I didn't see any that were sealed. In order to pass any Colorado roof inspection, each nail must be sealed by some sort of silicone weatherized sealant. Without that, with the expansion and contraction of the roof, this will happen. The nail will actually begin to emerge from the surface of the shingle, such as what you see happening down here, and that obviously leaves you a very vulnerable penetration point for water to migrate. So overall, I believe you have a good shot at an insurance replacement. It is time that you know what your options are. Again, my name is Jesse Russell. I am a project manager with Columbine Roofing. Last but not least, the last thing I'd like to show you, you have a number of different boot jacks up here that are cracked and broken. And so every single time that you have water on the roof in rain or the form of snow, you do have water making it into the attic. And so that is definitely something that should be addressed. So thank you again for the opportunity to get you up to speed here, Steve. My name is Jesse Russell, project manager with Columbine Roofing, going to sign off.